What do you call it when a black man builds his whole following off of pretending to be a black woman? You get gooped. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. Girl, what is the tea, y'all? What is going on? Happy Friday, back in stride again. Girl, today is an interesting day. Social media, Twitter is on all types of things because of the news that's broken about this guy who had been pretending to be a black woman. And girl, when I tell you, I have just been cackling. It literally took me about 20 minutes to get prepared to get in front of this this camera because I was just like, I'm laughing like I was laughing to the point that tears were coming out of my eyes. Like tears were coming out of my eyes because it was just so funny looking at everybody react. So before we hop into all of the things, welcome to my Kingarees video. If you have not gotten your tickets for the Kingarees watch party for the first episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta season 12 on November 3rd, go to kingarees.com/shop. It might not be on the first page, it might be on the second page. Go ahead and get your tickets. Go ahead and get your tickets. I've decided, since we got a cute little sponsor, to discount the tickets from $35 to $25. $25. So go ahead, get your tickets. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have games. We're gonna do a live show, all that type of stuff. So go ahead and get your tickets. Go to kingarees.com. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at justin@kingarees.com. But with that being said, let's go and get into this mental check-in. So how am I feeling? I am feeling great. I am feeling ecstatic, excited about the new content that's coming, excited about all the attention that has been on Kingarees and the YouTube channel and the Instagram. Like, I appreciate you all. Welcome the new subscribers. We have gained almost 10,000 at this point, subscribers in the last 30 days. And we're almost about to be at 1 million views for this month alone, and it's not even like half of the month has even passed. So shout out to all of you who are interested in watching my videos. I know a lot of you all have been watching because of the Basketball Wives and other things. So I hope that you all continue to support the brand and continue to watch other videos and just get into it because we are a family over here. We love to have discussions and stuff, but we like to be respectful when we're having these discussions. So let me go ahead and talk about what I experienced like last week was a week or so. So Stevenson High School, shout out to Dr. Cecilia Jackson, who invited me to come speak at her students and stuff at Stevenson High School, and she presented me with this award, Outstanding Entrepreneur and Social Media Influencer. So shout out to Dr. Cecilia Jackson for giving this. This was a wonderful opportunity to speak to kids who are out here doing like marketing stuff, out here building brands and learning about that. So I just love that. I didn't show y'all the award last time I did a video, so I wanted to make sure I did that. Also, girl, at the same time, I'm excited about everything that is going on with the channel growing and all that. But at the same time, I'm nervous. Like, I'm nervous when all these good things start to come for me. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is coming after this? Like, what is going to happen? I'm not used to getting this much, you know, like goodness and stuff. So without something else coming, so that has my anxiety a little bit like shook a little bit because I'm just like, I want to be happy about all the things, but at the same time, just like, how long is it going to last? And I think that's something that we all deal with. Like, what's the big storm that's coming? Because there's always seeming to be a storm. But that's just where I'm at right now. Yesterday I went out to this ice bar. I'm not gonna name the name of the place, but I had some fried fish and shrimp. And girl, let me tell you, I think I got food poisoning. Matter of fact, I had food poisoning. It's not as bad as I had food poisoning back in 2016, but this time it's just like, ugh, like girl, it's draining. I knew it immediately when I got home. Like, I felt fatigued, I felt weak, and I felt cold. And I'm just like, I should not be feeling cold, but I am feeling cold, but I was hot at the same time. So, you know, I'm feeling kind of woozy a little bit, but I was like, all this stuff that's been going on has had me cackling a little bit, so let me get into it. So with that, all that being said, let's go ahead and talk about some of the topics in this new Kingarees video. So if you are not on Twitter, I encourage you to get a Twitter, child. It is always something going on. So the recent, you know, events that's going on is that there is this Twitter account called EmoBlackThot. And this Twitter account was anonymous. They never had any pictures of themselves or anything, or people did not know who they were. But a lot of people speculated that they were a black woman. And there have been tweets and screenshots of this account saying that, you know, they were a black woman, they were a dark-skinned black woman that went to a predominantly white institution. And that they were talking about experiences of being a black woman, like having 4C hair and menstrual stuff going. Like it was just a lot from, like, they were talking about menstrual cycles. They were talking about you know, experience with like being a black woman and dating. And come to find out, they were not a black woman. They were a cis queer black man, or a cis bisexual black man. And they looked like they're an athlete too. So Paper Magazine kind of, you know, I don't know how that happened. Paper Magazine did like a spread, an article with them, and they did a whole interview and everything, and they did like some pictures and stuff. All this stuff was taken, and social media is responding like, hold up, like this man has built his whole persona of being a black woman, and now he's benefiting off of it. And they were talking about they were scared of the reveal, and they were nervous about it because they wasn't sure how people were going to feel. And sometimes when we think about that, we think about like maybe the person is not, you know, might not be desirable, might not be cute or whatever. They might not, you know, think that people will like them because they like don't look a certain way. And I think a lot of folks were expecting that, but when it first came out, a lot of people were going up, and then I think some people just started thinking like, hey, like you've built this following off of, you know, a black woman persona. And it wasn't a situation where they did not, you know, just be anonymous. They did make it seem as though they were a black woman by having she, her pronouns. And there's a couple of tweets in there. And I'm thinking if they just wanted to just be anonymous and they did not want people to like try, because it's easy to say, well, y'all assumed that I was a black woman. And I never did. But that's some type of, I don't know, I'm not here for that, because if someone would say, well, you must be a black woman, I'm saying, no, I'm not a black woman. I would at least said that. I would at least said that I'm not a black woman, and I would at least had they, them pronouns. But I'm just not here for it. And now a lot of people are just like, girl, I don't know about this. So it's amazing that this black man, and he's very desirable. He's light-skinned, gym body. You know, a lot of people came and just started to all say, oh, he fine, he fine. And they didn't realize that this person had been taken away from black women. Like they were taken away. People say, how is that harm? He didn't harm anybody. He pretended and he built his platform off of being a black woman. And there have been times where people have donated, not to my knowledge, I don't have any receipts as of now, but they said there have been times where they have received money and attention because people thought they were a black woman. And that's the issue. Like when you're able to like get there because based off of you like putting this perception that you are a black woman, that's disingenuous. That's very disingenuous, and I'm just not. I'm not here for it. And it's interesting and fascinating hearing everybody, you know, kind of like defend him a little bit. And we're just dragging Tyler Perry for the same stuff earlier this week. And I have my own thoughts on Tyler Perry. I have not gotten to that whole situation, the whole conversation about what's going on in Atlanta with Tyler Perry and Tyler Perry Studios. In the middle episode coming soon. That's what you will get, because I ain't diving into that right now. But specifically, like it was just interesting seeing people like go in on Tyler Perry because Tyler Perry has built his whole brand off of that, of just the Medea caricature stuff. So now you have this black man who's done this, and then people are calling it like digital blackface. And I'm not sure what you would call it when, I'm not sure what you call it when it's like, what would it be? There has to be some type of term or something for this. One of my friends was saying, girl, this ain't it. So they did a YouTube video and they're branding themselves as Isaiah Hickman. So I did some research and I looked them up on Facebook. I'm not gonna say their Facebook name, but I saw their Facebook page and they had a lot of non-black friends in their picture. I'm very skeptical of black folks who talk about all this white supremacy, this and that, like always are talking about it, but yet they surround themselves with non-black folks all the time, especially white folks. Like you surround yourself, when I went through his Facebook, all I saw was pictures with white men. When you went through his Instagram, all you saw was pictures of white men, and it was just like, what, girl, like how are you talking about all these things and you don't have any black friends. Like, that's not making any sense to me, and I'm very skeptical of people like that, because I know that some folks like that will say certain things to make it seem as though, oh girl, I believe in this, and believe in this, but you're not actually out here doing the work. You're not actually out here doing the work, because it don't seem like you really too much care for black folks that much, because if you did, you would have more black friends. And I'm not interested in hearing, well, you know, proximity, I'm not, girl! That's why right now I'm in the space to move to another apartment in this complex, because I can't be in the front of the street, girl. I can't. I live down the street from a fire house, and it's a lot. But I'm very skeptical of people like that, because I know sometimes the work they do is very performative. And that's what Isaiah was giving me. He was giving me very performative teas. Now, they are about to make money off of it, and the repercussions are not going to be felt as hard, because this person is desirable. People are going to say there's no way that somebody that looks like that will do something like that. Then people are going to just, oh, he's fine, he's fine. You had people were saying in the beginning, they started deleting their tweets. I saw it. But now, you know, people are like calling out and saying, hold up, girl, I'm not sure how to feel about this. This doesn't feel right. And people were kind of, like, the folks I follow and the folks I engaged with were nervous to say or call it out, because they were scared they were going to be called a hater. Let me tell you something, I don't care. Immediately when I saw it, I said, girl, this ain't it. Immediately, I don't care about the term being called a hater. I know that's a buzzword that folks use to put on folks to keep them from calling out some stuff. Ain't nobody hating, ain't nothing to hate on. We just calling a thing a thing. And that is a mess that this person was able to build and is going to make money off of, going to have access. And if you watch the video, if you watch this video, and I watched this video, it was hard to get through. He came off very narcissistic. He kept talking about, oh, you know, I promoted Megan Thee Stallion, I promoted such and such, and these people, and I was like, you know, supporting the money, as if to say that this person was helping Normani, Megan Thee Stallion, all these folks get to where the level they were at. Like, no man, and not one time in the video did they say, hey, you know, I want to apologize for that. No, they didn't do it. And Paper Magazine interviewed them. If you were going to do the reveal, why are you doing it with a brand? Why are you doing it? Because you want the access. You want the access. You want the money. You want the recognition that comes from it. Now, this person is cool with Lil Nas X. Apparently, Lil Nas X didn't know about it. Now, the tea that I'm getting is Kalani was the person, like, was the R&B celebrity that he was talking about in the video. Now, in the video, he said that he was looking for financial support, and he had reached out to an R&B, you know, artist. And that R&B artist could have been, I'm thinking it is, this is all alleged now because I can't verify, it could have been Kalani. Kalani posted a tweet and it's now been deleted saying this. Lot to unpack here. I was told about this scenario. I wasn't asked for much advice about the identity situation. I was asked for advice on his financial situation at his day job. Once he told me who he was, I told him that he owed it to his followers to be honest, not a publication. But he did this with Paper Magazine. Now he's doing a YouTube video talking like this is this. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. This whole situation a mess. To see all these people go and follow his new account, it doesn't make any sense. Now they're saying that that account was probably ran by a black woman because the account had posted a picture of a black woman before. So some folks was like, I think that that account was owned by a black woman, and he did say in the video that he did pick up that account from somebody else or something. But once he picked up the account, once his account, Oracle, was suspended, and he took on this new account, he should have just said something. He should have said, "Hey, I'm not understanding. I'm not buying it. None of it's making any sense." And for him to be friends with Lil Nas X, and Lil Nas X built his following off of being a stan account and doing that tweetbot stuff. Where you, like the tweetbot stuff from my understanding is when they tweet out a lot of stuff that gets a lot of like viral tweets and stuff, and he used that to build his following to promote his music and stuff. And girl, I don't know, I think Black Twitter need to come up with their own verification process because none of this is making any sense to me. None of it is making any sense at all. But girl, y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. Let me know in the comment section. Check it out. I'm disappointed but not surprised because black women are the only ones not able to benefit off of being a black woman. Period. It's always that. It's always just that. And it goes back to all these comedians dressing up as black women, caricature stuff. But the moment a black woman in Walmart fighting or something or doing something ratchet, we judgmental and all that other stuff. But we can watch a black man put on purple lipstick and walk around with a baby doll and pretend. It's just a mess. I'm not here for it, but girl. So moving on, let's talk about some other stuff. Girl, did y'all watch the Hip Hop Awards? I watched a little bit of it. The only thing I remember is, that's the only thing I remember was Lil' Kim and her signature dance thing that she did. Her and Mary J. Blige have their little signature thing, and I think it's really, really cute. Lil' Kim did drop her album today. It's called 9. She dropped it at 12 o'clock. Shout out to Lil' Kim for dropping the album like right then and there. Like, I love it when it's like the branding is everything. If it's gonna stay, it's gonna drop, it's gonna drop. And it dropped right at 12 o'clock and people immediately started listening to it, all of that. And I was happy. Also, Nivea's album dropped too. Still working on trying to get an interview with her. A couple of my people who are my videographers, my folks, are extremely busy, so I have not been able to like set up that. But if you know any videographers in Atlanta that are willing to that have the open schedule to be able to do it, please tell them to email me at justin@kingareese.com. Please, justin@kingareese.com. So I would say that Lil' Kim's, she has one song, Big Booty, Big Bag. It's catchy. I like it. I'm not listening to the album. It's just not my thing. Y'all know that's not me. But shout out to her. But Lil' Kim had me screaming at the Hip Hop Awards with her performance because sis was tired. And Antoinette, I'm gonna try my best because my friend told me, she said, look, do not go in, I'm not gonna shade Lil' Kim too much, but their performance was not all of that, girl. I'm just gonna say that the performance was alright. But it just wasn't like no motivation. And I'm gonna say this, understand, give Lil' Kim her flowers, all of that. She's an icon, give her all of that. But I am tired of seeing celebrities, well not celebrities, artists, come back and they've not done the work to prepare themselves for what is going on. And I feel like that was the case. Like, they didn't prepare. It seemed like she didn't know some of the words to the stuff, and she was like out of breath. And it's just like, if you're gonna do this comeback, you gotta get yourself ready for that. And that's what I take very serious. Like, if you're gonna do this stuff, you can't be half-assed. And I felt like her performance was very half-assed. But people went up for it because it's Lil' Kim. It is what it is, girl, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That's all I can do. I can't do nothing but be honest. I can't do nothing but being honest. But shout out to her. I hope her album does great. I've been hearing some good things. I've heard some mixed things, but y'all tell me what y'all feel about it. Also, I'm screaming because the bars were being very, very shady to Lil' Kim. And you had a situation where the barbs were tagging Lil' Kim and pretending like they were on Instagram and pretending like they were listening to her music when they were not. They were listening to Nicki Minaj's music. They were listening to Chun Sway, and somebody else was listening to Barbara Dreams or something. It was funny but messy. Y'all need to stop. But I feel like Lil' Kim's camp should have been like making sure that they are actually listening to it instead of just trying to like add to story. So girl, that was hilarious. Moving on, since Lil' Kim that passed the torch on to Cardi B. Lil' Kim, in an interview, she said that she has passed the torch on to Cardi B. I think the torch has just been laying around. I don't think Lil' Kim can pass on no torch. I think Lil' Kim just probably dropped it over some years, and you know, for obvious reasons. But Lil' Kim, you ain't had the torch in a couple of years, so I don't see you pass on the torch. Like, I can see if the height of your career, when you was getting ready to like retire or sit down, you say, you know what, I'm passing on. But you can't pass something that you've not had in your hand. Like, girl, what's going on? Like, no, man. And I don't put Lil' Kim and Cardi B in the same thing because Lil' Kim is in her own lane, and she takes rap very serious. When she was doing it, she was taking it very serious, and she was out here writing and getting her stuff. As far as like Cardi B, I don't see that same thing. And she's even said in videos, Instagram lives, that she just wants to make money, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that, but it doesn't. I mean, we all want to make money, but we want to make money in the process of being passionate and about the stuff that we're doing. And I don't see that with Cardi B when it comes to music. I just don't take her serious when it comes to music. I think her stuff is cute, it's catchy, But I don't think sis is in the studio writing no music like that, or putting no great body of work like that without the help of like 1,000 people with pen and paper. But that's another story. Also, Cardi B, since we're on the conversation with her, she did an Instagram Live and she said she will not be apologizing for the things that were said in her Instagram Live rant about Access Hollywood. She said that, you know, when she says stuff, when she mad, she shouldn't have to apologize because she was mad. And she's like, I'm a celebrity, but I can't be apologized all the time or something to that effect. I'm just done with Cardi B. I'm not really surprised, so I don't necessarily want to hear anything else about her growing and her. She just doesn't care. She doesn't care, and we just need to say that she just does not care. She never has cared, and she only cared because it was hurting her bad. She didn't care about doing better as a person. She cared because it was hurting her brand and her image. And now that is out of bad, she said, "Girl, I ain't gonna do that no more. We should see what type of person she is." And the more we see her on Instagram Live, and cause she's been building her shit off of being likable, the more she becomes unlikable and the more she becomes annoying. So I hope that she continues to do that and people just like stop liking her, because I feel like that's what's coming. I feel like these Instagram Lives, the very stuff that built her up is going to be the very thing that's going to bring her down. Watch what I tell you. Moving on, big bag, big booty. Come on, Kim. Ellen DeGeneres. Let's talk about Ellen DeGeneres really quick. Ellen DeGeneres took some pictures of what she went out with George Bush to something. I don't really care what it was. She took some pictures with him. There was some pictures taken and she like posted it, and people were saying, "Girl, what's going on? You friends with George Bush?" So she got on social media and she defended her reason to be cool with George Bush. She said, "Girl, that's like, we need to offer kindness and all that other stuff." And I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised. It's Ellen DeGeneres. And it's the same thing. I'm gonna put two things in. I'm gonna make some comparison, and people might not like that. People seem to think just because said person has done a couple of nice things that absolves them for all the other bad things that they have done. And we see that so much. Like, oh, they've done so much. No. If they have not taken ownership or you know, accountability for the things they have done, then these two or three things don't make it right. Like, you can't be out here like taking from this and oh girl, like it's almost like when you folks be doing these balls. They'll spend $1 million putting a ball together, putting up a benefit, spend $1 million on it, and probably get $500,000 in donations, but only 10,000 of those donations go to the actual stuff it's supposed to go to. Now, man, like, you've caused more harm than you've caused good. Like, girl, come on, now, man. So Ellen DeGeneres is always like giving me that. She did the same thing with Kevin Hart when people were calling him out for what he did. And it's like we've seen it with George Bush. It doesn't surprise me. Like, when people like Ellen DeGeneres do that, they humanize them and it kind of absolves them of critique. It's the same thing with Sean Spicer. Like, these folks were both trash. Sean Spicer was on the pulpit at the White House lying about all the things that were going on. Just lying. You had George Bush out here talking about weapons of mass destruction, invading Iraq, all that. Wasted my time. Had me going over to Iraq and Kuwait, wasting my time. Over here wasting my time. And before folks even say, oh wait, you're going to say such and such as this, then what you going to say about Barack Obama? The same thing, okay? But it doesn't surprise me with Ellen DeGeneres. She's always been there. I think we need to pay attention to people like that when they are critiqued and they are called out about stuff like that, how they respond. Ellen DeGeneres was just like, well, I'm going to do it. And then you had that Kellen Ellen boy who be all on his stuff. Girl, she another one. Let me tell you something. Y'all better pay attention to these folks on social. Y'all better pay attention to some of y'all faves, because they are not who they say they are. That boy always goes up for Ellen DeGeneres like that. And it just comes off very raccoonish. But y'all love him reacting to cooking peas and shit, so I guess that shit is funny. Speaking of black folks who be always taking up white folks, let's talk about Todrick Hall. Todrick Hall has a new song, Dripeesha. New song, new music, new Cupid. Dripeesha is a song. It's got this little trap vibe going on, and I feel like Todrick Hall is rebranding himself. He's rebranding and re-imaging and repackaging himself in this black-esque music. And I would say the beat is kind of cute. Like the song that he had, I'm not gonna name because they ain't gonna be demonetized, but he's had some songs. I'm like, okay, like I've been like, okay, but I also have to remember that Todrick Hall has a white gaze. And when I say that, there's a lot of white people watching and engaging in his content. They have engaged in and followed his content because of some of the things he said. Todrick has built his platform, and I have a whole article on it on KingofReach.com about Todrick. Go in and pull it up. I'll probably link it somewhere in the description or something for you to check it out. But Todrick has built his platform off, and he's never apologized for the content that he was doing, where he had a black dark-skinned woman, fat black dark-skinned woman running with Wallaman and fighting over chicken. So he has content like that, and these white folks are now like listening to this safe trap music, and now he's dressed up. And you had Tiffany Haddish, which doesn't surprise me too. Tiffany Haddish don't surprise me too. Why she over here lying on Chingy, and Chingy already dealt with enough stuff. But Tiffany Haddish is another one. So he did this Dripeesha video, and it kind of gave you Babs feel, and it's just like Todrick, I feel like you need to listen to the people who are critiquing you and find some type of common ground, because girl, this ain't been it. This ain't really been it. But Todrick follows me on Twitter. I follow him on Twitter too, and he knows how I feel, and I would tell him in person if I ever saw him. But that's just how I feel, and it's no situation with being messy. It's just calling a thing, and Todrick has been called a thing by me for a while. But you know, this rebranding stuff he's doing, they gonna eat it up. They love it. He's been doing a lot of black-esque music, and the girls are like going up for it. They are going up for it, and it's safe. They like it. So it's just like, when these white people engage with Todrick stuff like that, like when he dresses up and wear these like wigs and the gold teeth and all that like fame, like it's how white people look at us. Like they put that thug thing on us, and Todrick is just making it kind of acceptable. So when people ask, what's wrong with Todrick? What's wrong? If you have to ask, you need to do some research. And I don't trust anybody that's asking, like, cause you can look up all types of stuff in conversations about Todrick. But people love him. Or whatever, it's another day, another situation. But I want to thank all of you all for watching this video, engaging with the content, commenting, liking, subscribing, doing all of that. Shout out to all of you all for loving and supporting me. I'm finna probably record one more video and sit my butt down, drink my water, because I done lost a lot of fluids today, and I feel very weak. So I love y'all so much. Tell me what y'all thought about all the content today. Tell me what y'all thought about the video. Comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure you get your tickets for the watch party for Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 12, November 3rd. Get your tickets now, and I'll talk to you later on tonight.